gonna leave my freaking friend alone. Your friend? We're like boyfriend. Okay, you guys just, you know what? You're a time traveler, so basically you're ruining like everything in this timeline and others. Oh yeah, says the DC hero. Oh yeah, says the stupid freaking Marvel anti-hero. Okay, guys. Look, I could have a tea party all day long about jurisdictions here, but one of you has to be reviewed first. By the way, hey everybody, this is RetroKid Reviews, and yeah, new memory card, new problems if you've seen the time codes, and apparently they both couldn't wait me doing my freaking Ant-Man and the Wasp review, which I did review, but you're gonna have to blame, yeah, your infernal freaking contraption of a memory card. Okay, first of all, it's just memory cards, not a infernal contraption. It's a phosphorus stone for all I know. Philosopher's stone. Seriously, the guy comes from, what did you say? 40 years in your stupid-ass future. Yeah, my stupid-ass future, and yet it can't understand what Googling is. It sounds like a goo thing. It is not a goo thing. And at her end, she just wants some sort of excuse to arrest either me or him. Him. I know you better. Oh, cool. Oh my god, can you two just fuck already? Yeah, I gotta agree there. Wait, holy shit, you have Ryan hair, face? Why do you look like Ryan Reynolds? 'Cause I am. Yeah, be right back. This just got more awkward. Oh, really? So is my gun to the face. Okay, says you who has Nerf guns. And yeah, I'm getting into that. Handy, just cut away. Cut it now. Okay, so, I don't really have, like, a coin toss kind of thing, and I guess to show that I'm kinda, sorta a Fallout fan, I guess card to when, 76 comes out. I hope there's gonna be figures for that, honestly. Heads is gonna be for Cable. I guess the hollow half will count as tails for Jessica Cruz, Green Lantern. Whoever goes first would get the review first. Honestly, this should have been my standards for double reviews for coin toss, but what are we gonna do? Oh shit, tails. So Jess is first, and good news. She's kind of got the easiest, I guess, articulation and detail to talk about. Standard disclaimer, as always, for all my figure reviews. I have good lighting. Is just a little blotchy because I'm working on my house light. I'm not working on like a professional shadowing kind of area, so yeah, it would actually make this a little more, actually a little more photogenic. The things you learn with your camera along the way. Had me for like, what, a year and a half now? Anyway, she has come with a couple accessories, aside from her obvious power battery that, if you've read Rebirth so far, her and Simon Baz, Green Lantern, are sharing their batteries, so I don't know if they're unfused with newer runs that are coming out. So Sean, if you're in the comments, please let me know if they're still using the same battery. If not, the battery itself is actually not bad. It's sculpted pretty much like a lot of traditional batteries for the DCEU. I do have one to compare to, a Blackest Night Hal Jordan power battery. I don't have the handle. I know it's somewhere in the house, but it's a lot more translucent. It's very more sculpted in I want to say PVC quality plastic molding, which is gonna be very durable as time goes on when you weather it and when you wear the figure down, like I'm going to. For the Blackest Night power battery on Jordan's end, despite not having the handle, the glossiness of the original power battery is still there. His simple chest is in where my thumb's at, and I just realized I don't check my camera when I look at size comparisons, which for the most part are about same size. I'm assuming Jess's power battery is a little wider diameter. So another thing I'm going to get over before we get to the figure herself is her packaging. She is in the DC Multiverse line. It has a collect and connect feature. I'm trying to, yeah, right here. Basically, it's another attempt for a Build-A-Figure. For the sake of this review, I'm not going to get every single figure to wave. That's another standard disclaimer I say for most figure reviews and every current waves that's coming out. Unless the Build-A-Figure is 100% awesome, like in Clayface's case, like its characters I actually recognize. Because mostly both Marvel and DC, for their Build-A-Figures, they do obscure characters. Actually, when I was at my Walgreens just today, apparently Super Saiyan Kale, aka Female Broly from Super, is going to be a Build-A-Figure. To which I go, why couldn't she just be a figure release of her own? Same for Clayface's case, but in Clayface's case, it makes sense. He's a big old monster character. I guess not. But if you're collecting the wave, there is, I don't know if that's a Superman Rebirth or I would assume a Silver Age. I don't know which Superman that is from. If it's Rebirth, please let me know in the comments. I know that's definitely Kathy Kane, Batwoman. That's definitely Harvey, Two-Face. I would assume current comic run. I don't see any Telltale or I would assume CW. I don't know if Gotham has their own Two-Face. Please also let me know in the comments down below. I definitely know there's also a CW figure that is John Jones' Martian Manhunter from the Supergirl television series. I'm actually catching up on season 3 thanks to Netflix, and most of the CW shows I sadly are keep catching up on Netflix. I'm not behind or anything. I try watching them weekly. It's just not my thing anymore, I guess. So disappointed for those reviews out of the way. Like I said, well, another full disclosure, I do sometimes accidentally shoot half of the review muted, so I do catch it, like I just did for this new memory card. So card to MMPR Toys is current video talking about the fully completed Zeo wave of Power Ranger Zeo, because he had a cool trick on how to get rid of stickers on your box if you're going to preserve the box, like I'm going to try to do. But then again, it's a pretty standard, I would say, collector's case. I'm also aware that the Multiverse line is doing a movie-accurate figures again. One of them in particular was Batman Forever, which, if I do this right, may be a, I guess, real Nerf figure review as Jason. So give me a like if you want to see that. Keep in mind, I have to hunt down the figure on Amazon or local comic shops for. How much did I pay for Jess? Oh yeah, under $30 is basically the right budget for my show. Just to let you know. So with the box and the packaging out of the way, the figure herself is a pretty spot-on representation of Jess at the time of the books. The sculpting on her face is really nice. The flesh tones on her is pretty good too. I'm pretty sure my camera can't pick this up, so I'm gonna get rid of some light real quick. And I don't have autofocus. So take my word. Her sculpting is actually pretty good. Chest down is pretty good. Again, this is, I guess, the third female figure I have for the channel. So if there's any, again, if I have any women subscribers, please let me in the comments. Is there a correct way to do these articulation rundowns without being like a crazy person online? But for the most part, I'll just get to the legs for now. I thought she had an ankle pivot. I guess not. I think it's more warped in this case. I've had it for a couple of months now, and it might have warped a little. Not much, but a little. Yeah, it's a heel bend, and oh, thank God for blotchy cameras, because I think something's cracking in the shell, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. The foot is definitely pretty good there too. Definitely double jointed knee, decent. Oh wow, I didn't break in the thigh swivel. Yeah, there's definitely traditional thigh swivels. Normally for people who have already got pretty deep into most of these DC Multiverse figures have pretty much like Sharnimus Prime for his Marvel Legends. They like to go on about what body molds they used for this figure. I don't know every single one of them. Again, if you know the types, please let me in the comments. The sculpting for her power ring, for comparison's sake, is actually pretty good. It's sculpted pretty on point. It's kind of the same kind of sculpting I see for Kamar figures. Like they do, the littlest is sculpting for the littlest DX toys for the figure. She doesn't have any waist articulation, so that's a bit of a downgrade. She can split pretty good. I'm not gonna do the Jobby the Han beautiful spread, because that's getting censored. Trust me, it's a good spread. For her head articulation, the hair is PVC plastic, and it's definitely molded into the figure. I don't recommend taking the head off to loosen any neck articulation she might have. Just stick to what you have. I'm also checking. I'm just checking shoulder articulation. She has a bit of an upper waist swivel. It's more like a 50, maybe, yeah, about a 50-degree angle. Arm articulation is definitely on point as well. Double bend. Actually, I think it's a single bend. Swivel on the hands, and that's it for pretty much articulation rundown. For the character herself, I love reading her character currently in the DC books. I love her being partners with Simon Baz. They got a good back and forth kind of gimmick. She has anxiety, for those who know her personality in the comics or the wiki down in the description below. I'm going to have for this character. Also, give me a like if you want to keep those wikis going, so do you know what kind of character this is. If you're lost on the review itself, please also let me know. I also have slight anxiety, not irreparable damage kind of deal. It's just, I'm anxious, I can't handle change. So that's like the basic version of it. But in her case, she kind of has bigger cases of anxiety for being being in another universe for one, and being a villain in that universe against her will for another. Again, that's where the continuities lie, and where I leave you with Wikipedia for that. So overall, if I had to rate the figure, definitely a 8 out of 10. Mostly because of my history, knowing the character, getting the figure, and now here in the house, it's really great. I don't really like the PVCing job on her head articulation. It's very limited. But aside from that, if she had a waist swivel, it would be great as well. It's still a very solid figure, a solid representation of Jess so far in the comics, and how far she's come as a Lantern. So with that said, on to Cable. Swoosh. And also, in case you also haven't noticed, I'm gonna need female voices for these figures, because there is no way in hell I'm putting my regular voice into any of these. So anyone wants to audition in the comments or anywhere, I hope I can get a Discord going. Please let me know. If you want a Discord, just to FYI there as well. So with that said, let's get to the time-traveling a-hole himself, Cable. So I'm gonna get the packaging right about now. So yeah, this is the same old, I guess, windowing for the Marvel Legends series, so it's just basic stuff here. You got comic art here for Cable. I don't know if it's the Jim Lee run. It might be either Jim Lee or, like, artist, I guess, in-house attempt of a Rifle design. Because in the back, if I could pivot the camera, hopefully. There we go. That's not a good cracking. It's definitely Toy Biz inspired with the art, the concept of him. There's a buyer right there. I would recommend pausing it, but again, my camera is just being really bad today with the auto zoom, so I'm going to try to zoom in, see if I could get it manually. And that is a no. Alright, my apologies about that, but overall, I love the packaging. Here's the wave itself. It has Deadpool, Cable, Domino, X-Force Cable, X-Force X-23, which I might be getting either that or all new Wolverine. I might hold out. If either one shows up, it's going to depend on price. Like I said in prior videos, that is a future figure review as standalone, because history-wise, in character, I want to make a history for both her and Jess. It's not like a love triangle cheating thing. It's just shit happens. Deathlock, for anyone who's remembered him from way back in both comic and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., he's getting a figure. Probably been there, done that. Go to Shartimus's channel for the entire wave and the Build-A-Figure Sasquatch from Alpha Flight. And I do have the part. I just remembered with my history of Build-A-Figure accessories, they tend to lose pretty quickly. So, skipping that part, let's get to Nathan himself, Nathan Summers. Hence another reason why I'm doing this off character, because he probably was screaming like, "Oh, you said my real name? Why'd you say my real name?" Actually, there's one more thing I gotta get to. Normally I don't really talk about the guns outright, because it's, figure guns, it's nothing really serious, but there's one obvious reason why I also picked up Cable, aside from, at the time, being a Deadpool 2 tie-in, which didn't happen. So the real reason is they are remolded Nerf guns. Normally I would go on and on about, like, the articulation stuff. It's pretty basic stuff here. I don't know which mold exactly, but let's get to the accessories first, because sorry. Editing for time. Wish I could. Fast forward. Anyway, jumping music out of the way. This is not a future shotgun from the whatever century he's from. It is actually, as you see here on the pic, a Nerf Vagabond, or their pump-action strong arm I guess, plunger with a clear translucence. It's been a while since I talked Nerf here on the channel, as you may have noticed. I also, speaking of Nerf, we'll be doing a real Nerf Punisher, because it was down to either that or real Nerf Burt Gummer card to the classic Tremors trailer, or whenever the 6th movie came out, is going to be the Kronos. So that's a preview for next time, along with Ant-Man the Wasp. So that might also be another double review. I thought I was done with double reviews after this, but yeah. So that's the first I want to call the medium-sized shotgun. The actual, I want to say, pistol-sized shotgun, because there are shotgun pistols that people make in the Nerf fandom, just to let you know. And also, speaking of the Kronos as a preview test, it could also shotgun as well. And let's get that other one first before we talk about my Nerf conspiracies. Because, yeah, that's been a thing that's been happening on Wallcom's Discord. So, link to his Discord will be in the description below. And apparently he's also a huge Kamar fan. I guess my reaction somewhere down the links as well. I know that's going to be easy reaction. I think it was I hope it was a react trailer, ironically, as well. Anyway. This is basically a over-the-top, like, I want to assume Doom BFG kind of, like, laser gun. So this is, like, pretty cool, pretty medium-sized, actually oversized, like, the stuff of Rob Liefeld's, I guess, dreams. So I'm going to keep it PG here for his actual need, because the last one is the gun you see right here. This is a modified to, I guess, figure scale version of the Nerf Barrel Break. This is a very old school, pre-Elite blaster, and I don't have the Elite version. I heard they've been floating around in Toys R Us's before the shutdown. I didn't go to a Toys R Us when it shut down. My apologies there. And I would moment of silence for the loss of Toys R Us, but we all moved on, so a quick one for the hell of it. And we move on. So yeah, it is definitely the Barrel Break. I will definitely try to repaint this for a real Nerf cable, because bet your ass I am definitely doing real Nerf cable for future Nerf blasters that are already down the pipe. Might be the Delta Trooper, might even be the new Hyperfire reshell, because I hear that thing is really cool. So with all the conspiracies and the articulations of them anyway, because basically we're going by Nerf rules. These are flatback, like amateur mods, which I guess is Cable in a nutshell. He makes amateur mods in a post-apocalyptic environment. So, with having said that, let's get to the figure itself by removing its head and collar, because the cool news out of it, I'm also doing this for the articulation reasons, not because I wanted to decapitate him or anything. Hang on. I know there was a plug here somewhere. I swear I didn't just kill him on YouTube for the lulz. Yeah, he's very, like, articulation, like, trophy, like, he's, like, a lot. First of all, this is his, I think, anti-mutant, collar. It's supposed to be part of, like, a shirt design, if you've seen any of the art of him over the years, but it's basically, like, a choker. It's just in the way for his articulation, which, if you take the choker out, or I guess in this case, time choker, he's got a really good range of motion. He can look up pretty good, he can look side to side pretty good, he could look grimacing, knowing that Wade's in the back going, ah! In the back. I do have my bootleg Deadpool, but he's really far. He's by my Xbox, so I'll get that in a bit for, I guess, photo ops for Instagram. Let me see here. Still trying. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Also, this figure is also very reminiscent to the Toy Biz years, because I think this was the type of, I get, not mold obviously, because it's obviously a lot higher than that for future reference. Also go to Shartimus's video as well. He did a size comparison to this and the Toy Biz him back in the 90s. I'm trying to check if he has an ab crunch. Oh, it's a ratchet joint too. That's actually pretty good for Cable's case. And I think the ratchet joint, I guess, in character would make sense since he is half cyborg, half mutant. The metal arm is definitely, I think, if I remember correctly from Shartimus's review, a Winter Soldier, I guess, mold. It looks really good on him. The boots are an ankle pivot, which is really good. Goes back that far, goes forward just a little bit. Definitely got a double bend on the shoulders. He's got basic Marvel Legends 360 swivels, waist swivel. Like I said, the head articulation is on point. The arm is very bendable on the metal arm side, and I think the human side is the more dominant hand you're going to need, because if you're trying to do like this pose here for a psychic attack, it's a little hard to wrestle, but doing it while he's got, say, one of his shotguns on deck, is a little hard for the photo ops, because it's a not bad angle here on camera, but on the waist down, it's pretty much a split mess. Like, it's there, but yeah, he's very front heavy, even for like having like the bare bones of his accessories. So with that finally said, let's get to the tool belt, which, in case you haven't noticed, this was a Rob Liefeld character. I think the pockets speak for itself. It's got ammo pockets here. I think the array equivalent of a utility belt here. I think shotgun, grenade shells, and I think if I'm gonna do this in character as him, as the real Nerf cable, this is gonna be hard to find shoulder pads like this, because Rob really loves his shoulder pads, and apparently side holsters too. It's really accessible side holster. Let me see if I can get the shotgun. It snaps in pretty easily, like so. It's not bad. You do have to edit it on some occasions. This peg here is for the BFG, and it has a hole port, I think. Yeah, right here. I think the camera just picked up pretty good, and it's a little tricky. I think Sharma said the same thing too. If you want to like hair dry it just to get it to stick better, I highly recommend it if you can. Any tricks of the trade. That's where it's ideally supposed to be. Sometimes when you see him with it, you want to angle it a little more, or like have it more like, Gears of War kind of like straight down kind of concept. And even as is, it's very like decoratable. Like, say he has like a safe house, he's just like checking his stats on Facebook or whatever the hell is the future equivalent of Facebook. And yeah, I would probably do that for photo ops. I guess in my case, I'm gonna have to make a mock bed for Deadpool 2, since it was like a Chinese, I think, teleports, if we're going back to spoilers there. Overall, and I'm doing overalls because it is going to be a pain in the ass reassembling him for the post-creds. Just saying. He's still a solid figure. He has a lot of articulation, and despite my now newly crowned and I guess newly christened word for the channel here, Nerf conspiracy, it's really good remolds regardless. The Vagabond is definitely a post-apocalyptic shotgun, because it is also a dual lance blaster, which their storyline is also from the post-apocalyptic era, so that at least makes sense with Cable's character. I don't know why about the barrel break, other than it's a cool excuse to get him a sawed-off shotgun instead of whatever sawed-off shotgun they had for the Punisher line, and so on and so forth. So, with that all said, I'm going to dress him back up and get back to my final verdict for both figures, and hopefully a decent post-credit. So, wish me luck, and I think my voice as well. I'm about to lose it in a bit. Making these voices kind of suck sometimes. One more thing, I forgot to christen a new thing for the figure reviews. The Guinness size comparison. How this works is I have a custom Guinness glass, so I'm going to cover up my name for the sake of the channel. And it's going to be right here to do size comparisons of the figure, since I don't have his Toy Biz figure to size compare. Let's just see. Now, the recommended, I guess, size is that if your head, in Cable's case, is a perfect, I want to say 2 inches spread, that is the accurate size for this character and this figure. For Jess's case, I don't really know the accurate size that she's quoted to be in the comics, so I'm going to get her out real quick. And there was one more thing I forgot to mention on her half of the review. She came with these electrical platings and, I guess, weird Swamp Thing style kind of hentai stuff. The whole idea is to basically be part of her emotional spectrum and so show that her ring is being powered up. So I'm going to leave that right there for the size comparison. And I'm going to go and say, yep, she is about, I want to say, 5.5 inches. Let me just zoom that in real quick for the sake of comparison. And let me get the light up on her end. Yeah, it's about a couple of centimeters off. So let me know in the comments if I sized this correctly as well. So with that said, on to the post-cred. Whoa. We're at the post crit. We're at the post. Yeah. You know what post crits are now? None crits, because we don't have internet anymore. Wait, then how are you a technical genius? You know what? Shut up. Just shut the up. So overalls, you're definitely an 8 out of 10. Just need waist articulation and seriously, you can touch me there. Sorry about that. Him? What am I? 9 out of 10. I guess the only reason why you're kind of, well, a little down is because of the Nerf conspiracy. I also heard that, are you still reviewing? Can I please? Seriously? Fine. I also heard that, the Deadpool figures also have, Vortex blasters as well, so let me know in the comments down below if you've seen any of these Nerf blasters showing up in the Marvel Legends figures. So with that all said, I'm RetroKid Reviews, and, you're trying to find your form, isn't it? No, I totally wasn't trying to find backup. 1 batch, 2 batch. With that little toy. Yeah, that little toy. I am the real Nerf Punisher, and, I guess be back for the Chronos review, probably next week. Joy. Thanks, Frank. The payments, the check's gonna be in the mail. It better be in crypto. Yeah, totally crypto. He can hack crypto, right? Who, Cable? Yes. Fine, I'll see what I can do. Alright, so, it's been a while since I've done a figure review, so I can't really do my traditional, highlighter edits, so with that all said, I'm RetroKid Reviews, and I gotta lift his ass, what, to jail? Are you kidding me? I'll be right behind you. Okay, you better do this. Also, this is the end card, previous, review here, link to the channel here, thanks a lot, Andy, and, God, you weigh a ton! Yeah, he's cool. Also, yeah, he's not kidding about getting female voice actors for future figures, so Lavender, Beauty, I think, card our channel. If you want to do more, female characters, please let Retro know in the comments down below. And with that all said, where's my ring? Ah, there we go. Levitation is fun sometimes, kids, so lantern swoosh. What the fuck? I got back to this shit? Real Nerf Deadpool here, see you next week. What would I miss? Where did everyone go? Did Thanos come here? Who got us here? What didn't get done? So, he did an entire Marvel Legends review about Squash from my Alpha Flight, and he didn't show the freaking limb? Oh, him and I are gonna have words. Yeah, I guess real figure, Captain Marvel here, and, oh, his ass is so screwed when he gets the Nova Corps. It's